Hello from the homestead. Sitting here by the fire, planning the day, and we have our trusty little wagon right here in the house, and I'm boxing up 2018 jars of my canning produce to go out to the root cellar. Cowboy's helping me get it hauled out there, and then I get it on the shelves. I'm making room in my pantry right now. So this will be my second load out from the root cellar. One batch is already out. Some of the shelves are empty. But our root cellar is filling up with good food, home canned. And I'm working on organizing my farmhouse pantry, which has been a disaster. And with doing this little project, it's going to help me get that organized more, and a lot of that stuff that's on the floor up on the shelves. So I'm pretty excited about that. Well, welcome to the homestead, Prairie Girl and Cowboy Homestead. Cowboy and I hauled out in our trusty little green wagon some of last year's canning. We still have some more in the pantry in the house, but we wanted to bring out last year's and get up on the shelf. And then we have this year's canning here that we won't touch right away. We will try to use up what's in our pantry in the house first, and then we will dip into this last year's canning and this year's. So I'm just working at putting it away. I'm going to try to fill these shelves up over here. It will be a year in July, August that we had our root cellar built. And I think for the first few months, we've come a long ways. And it's staying so nice and cool in here. It's like 38 again today. The coldest it's gotten is 36 so far. But everything is staying cold. We do see a few sprouts coming on our potatoes, not bad, nothing severe yet. So I'm working on my farmhouse pantry in the house, and we just now brought out not all of it, but some of 2018 canning. We'll take the wagon back in, fill my boxes again, bring them out, and then the room that I'm making, the space on the shelves where I'm taking these from, I have all this other store-bought stuff that's on the floor that will organize in there, and I'll take you and show you my big mess in there. So this is the shelf I'm working at emptying. I've still got some canned produce up here that I want to get out to the root cellar. And then a lot of this will be organized a little bit more and up off of the floor. And I'll know more what I have. It'll be easier to get around in here. But one more load at least to the root cellar, and I can start working in here. All of this produce is older than 2018. And so I want to work at using it up and having it gone before I start using from the root cellar of this year and last year's canned produce. Now things like we have the butterscotch chips and chocolate chips and dehydrated beans and peppers and that kind of thing, they are fine. They can stay even longer than that, so I'm not worried about that at all. I have a couple canned soups still here that can go out. Let's see. Pretty much everything else I want to use up in here before we go to the root cellar and start using. So, but I'm going to get this organized. And here's a few of my soaps that I make. I've gotten more oils in the mail, and I'll be making more soaps really soon, I'm hoping. These are made out of goat's milk and cow's milk soap, and they make a nice soap. I still have my workstation going on here. I'm still sealing up jars. I need to come up with a few more because I've got some graham crackers to do, but just more storage space. You can never have too much storage space. And here are the books that I've been rounding up. I've had books laying in stacks everywhere, and I've decided that this cupboard is where I want to put them for now. I'm sure I've got more. I'm not sure how many more I can get on there. A couple, 3 or 4 more. And then it's going to be tight fitting. So then I'm going to have to decide what to do from there. But just trying to organize the farmhouse kitchen a little bit before the busy spring comes and hits us. And here I've got another cupboard that I'm working on. I've got our dehydrated tomatoes in here. I've got extra brown sugar to put away. We've got our peppermint tea and our mullein tea leaves. The mullein oil for earaches. That's just some macaroni pasta. And so here's another little area over here. So I try to find whatever space I can use to store food and baking supplies in my farmhouse kitchen. This is a shelf that Cowboy built for my spices. I've got quite a variety that we use on, and this is what we're using out of right now. But it's just handy to have it where it's easy to get to. That shelf over there is just special for our cast irons and a lamp for at night. So I brought in a pretty tough looking chunk of cabbage from my root cellar. And it's nice and firm on the inside, and it looks great. I'm going to make us a coleslaw out of it. And I'm hoping next year in our root cellar we can store a lot of these in our root cellar. We will do a little more research, and I hope to plant a few that are later crops so that they will store in the root cellar, as well as have some that are earlier so we can eat them throughout the summer. But these heads are just really good. They're a little lighter color maybe, but they're still good to make a coleslaw. So that's what I'm going to make with this next. And here's the pineapple. It looks like it's dry. I better go around and check it and check all my trays out to make sure nothing's going to get too dark. He's putting some Hilti bolts down into the floor to hold that frame. He's got the top ready and the sides for his sheeting. Wow, it is windy outside today. Thanks for joining us again on the homestead. It's been one of those days where Cowboy and I didn't have one big project to do. We had lots of little things to do. We've hauled out food to the root cellar, which we're still not done there. I've been dehydrating the pineapple. It should be ready to come off of the racks real soon. I've helped him put Hilti bolts down in the cement for his wall in his shop. I told him at that time, I said, let me go clean up our lunch, do the dishes. Let's get some more wood split. So he had another four-wheeler full of wood, and we went ahead and filled that, and you know, it almost filled our trailer. So 2 days of just, you know, maybe an hour each day. We got enough split to last us a couple months again. Someday it's going to hit winter here in Montana. I just know it will. I can't believe it not happening. We have not had the big storms like we normally have, or the big colds. It's felt like fall a lot of the time, but it's bound to hit us sooner or later. And so now again, we have our little horse trailer full of firewood for our stove, and we're still working on food preps. So it's all about just things to do on the homestead. And if you're just thinking about starting a homestead, this is kind of the things that you want to think about. It's kind of a same thing all the time. It's getting your seeds, growing your food, canning it, preserving it, having chickens, getting your eggs, cleaning your coop, butchering roosters or chickens, having a milk cow, and buying hay, and having shelter for all the animals, and grain, and hay, and maybe having a milk cow that you can milk and use her milk for all kinds of things. It's endless. The list is endless. But it is something that you can't just start and then think, I'm tired of this. This isn't good. I don't want to do this. This is something that needs to be done on a regular basis on our homestead, whether it's cutting wood, splitting wood, hauling ashes, cleaning the stove, hauling hay, hauling grain, cleaning and scooping out a messy old chicken coop. It's a never ending, and think about it good before you ever start a homestead. It is a rewarding homestead. It is rewarding. It's just a lifestyle that you have to make a lot of changes to if you've never been on a homestead. There's lots of ways to do lots of things. No one way is right, no one way is wrong. It's just work it out, find what works best for you and yours on your homestead, and just keep going. If you find something that doesn't work and it's a failure, you just change the plan around, you try something different, and you keep going. So anyway, just want to say hi and hope you enjoyed following us the rest of the day. It's coffee time again here on the homestead. Take care. Gonna gather the eggs before it's time to go in. And there's some of the girls. We'll see what we've got over here for eggs. See one under here. And uh-oh, this is what I don't like to see. It means somebody's ate it, and somebody's got yolk on their beak. It could have been an accident, or it could have been on purpose, but we don't like that. So I will take this egg out, and I will remove that and throw it out so they can't finish it right now. Here's another egg. There's a little like that. We're not going to get near as many today. Here's one back in here. We definitely need some more clean straw again. But not as many eggs. Okay, girls, what's up? It's not feeling like winter, so Keep those eggs rolling. Well, before I make that pot of coffee, Cowboy and I found a cup for each of us in the thermos that was left. I usually put it in a thermos after we have a pot in the morning and what's left. And so he said, I'm going out to the porch for a cup of coffee. So we sat out on our lawn chairs on the porch and drank a cup of coffee. And I decided I would go ahead now and start my fire again. It's been out all day. I think we let it go out about 10 o'clock this morning because it was pretty nice. And it was pretty warm in here again. So it's been out since this morning. And if I start it now, then the house won't get too chilly. So I came in to start the fire, and then I will make a fresh pot of coffee because this girl can drink coffee right up till bedtime. And when I don't really feel like coffee, then I keep my hot pot full of water for tea, and I'll switch off and on. So my tea, I try to only use one bag at night and keep adding water. That way I'm getting my water intake in, and there's really not a tea taste to it, but that's what I do. I think I'm drinking tea, and it's a mind thing, I'm sure, with me. Because I just like to have something hot all the time. That's just, even if it's hot summer day, a cup of hot coffee for me is really good. So anyway, I think I got this fire going. I've got both of my drafts going. The fire's going up, or the draw. And I think we're taking off pretty good. I think I can stick another log in. And, well, my coffee is perking. I'm still working on putting jars from my pantry in the house into boxes into my wagon so that we can take another load out to the root cellar. But Cowboy kind of needed my help this afternoon, so I helped him put the Hilti bolts into the cement for his wall, and then I told him, let's get the wood done. Let's get another load split and in the trailer while it's still decent and nice out, and so we did do that. So my little project got put on hold for a while, but we did get 2 loads out this morning, which was nice. So we just work together. We help each other out on little projects. It's pretty nice. So anyway, take care. Have a good evening, and God bless. Thanks for stopping in. Hit subscribe button if you would, please, if you don't mind. It doesn't cost anything. Hit a thumbs up or give us a comment below. Tell me below, do you burn wood? Or do you have electric heat or propane heat? So anyway, folks, God bless. We love you. Bye.